motivated. Starting with Sauber, a rocky start, but eyes on the future. Sauber's preseason test in Bahrain didn't exactly set the world on fire. The C45 struggled to the tight turns 9 and 10 at Sakir, making life difficult for Nico Hülkenberg and rookie Gabriel Bortolito as they wrestled with a car that felt more foe than friend. The long run pace was a worrying 1.3 seconds adrift, and a stiff setup hinted at a season opener that could be more survival than spectacle. But before we write them off entirely, there's a silver lining. This isn't just about 2024. Sauber is already looking ahead to Audi's bigger rival in 2026, a transformation that could shake up the pecking order. The paddock sees them as backmarkers, with Q1 exits looking all too familiar. But if they can refine the balance and extract some hidden pace, there's still time to salvage respect before Melbourne. Slow and steady might not win a race, but it might just keep them in it. At 9, we have Racing Bulls. Flashy looks, uncertain bite. Racing Bulls turned heads in Bahrain, not with their lap times, but with a livery that stole the spotlight. Unfortunately, their 2025 prospects aren't quite as dazzling. Yuki Tsunoda didn't sugarcoat it. He hinted at a step backward, suggesting the team has lost ground to its midfield rivals. That sets the stage for an uphill battle in the hunt for early season points. There's some promise, though. Long run pace was a manageable 1 second off McLaren, keeping them within striking distance. And while rookie Isaac Hadjar replaces Liam Lawson alongside Tsunoda, the team banked solid mileage to help their new lineup settle in. Testing wasn't a disaster. Think second-tier midfielders. A few tend to drift for the main pack. Early understeer issues cause headaches, but by day 3, setup tweaks brought things under control. They're not leading the midfield charge just yet, but they're not lost either. The question is, can they find enough to fight forward before the season kicks into gear? Haas, the quiet contenders with flair for drama. Haas rolled into Bahrain's preseason testing with the subtlety of a stealth bomber, keeping their strategies under wraps in a midfield as congested as a pit lane on race day. New recruit Esteban Ocon took the VF 25 for extensive long runs on day 3, trailing McLaren by over a second. However, the team showcased impressive reliability, completing a total of 260 laps over the 3 days, more than any other team. Single lap pace, room for improvement. In terms of outright speed, Haas ranked 9th in single lap pace, with their best time being a 1 minute and 30.728 seconds. TheDashRace.com. Despite this, whispers around the paddock suggest that their race day potential could surprise. Team boss Io Komatsu commented, "We are in the ballpark. I don't know exactly where." The case of the flying engine cover. Drama struck when a rogue engine cover detached from Ollie Behrman's car, reminiscent of Ocon's earlier shakedown mishap at Silverstone. Fortunately, it was a quick fix, not a crisis. Apart from that hiccup, Haas enjoyed smooth running, embodying a quietly scrappy spirit without the need for flashy headlines. Final thoughts. Haas may not have topped the timesheets, but their consistent mileage and understated confidence suggest they're ready to punch above their weight this season. Enjoyed this breakdown? Smash that like button. Subscribe for more F1 insights and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. At number 7, Aston Martin, polishing the green machine amidst testing turbulence. Aston Martin's preseason testing in Bahrain was a cocktail of cautious optimism and lingering uncertainties. Team principal Andy Cowell expressed satisfaction with the AMR 25's improved drivability, stating, "Initial feedback suggests we have made progress with the drivability of car." However, he also acknowledged, "We've discovered areas that could be better and need more focus." While overall stability has improved, both Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll experienced corner entry instability, indicating that the rear end still requires fine-tuning. The team completed 306 laps over the 3-day test, placing them at the lower end of the mileage charts. This limited running has made it challenging to accurately assess the AMR 25's true pace. Lance Stroll faced health issues during testing, leading to reduced track time and further complicating the team's data collection efforts. With the 2025 season approaching, Aston Martin aims to address these challenges and capitalize on their improvements to compete effectively in the midfield battle. At number 6, we have Williams, who turned heads during the Bahrain preseason testing. Carlos Sainz, freshly transitioned from Ferrari, and Alex Albon showcased the FW47's potential, with Sainz clocking the fastest lap on day 2, a 1 minute and 29.348 seconds. Despite this impressive performance, Sainz remained realistic, stating, "I don't think we've done the necessary step to be fighting with the top teams this year. While top-tier aspirations might be on hold, Williams has its sights set on dominating the midfield. Their long-run performance was commendable, often outpacing their peers. Team principal James Vowles praised Sainz' insightful feedback, highlighting his valuable contribution to the team's development. The FW47 exhibited impressive handling, with only minor stability issues, keeping the drivers vigilant. Some speculate that higher engine modes during testing may have inflated their performance figures. However, with a smooth testing phase under their belt, Williams appears poised to assert itself firmly in the midfield battle, potentially giving teams like Alpine reason to be cautious. At number 5, we have Alpine, who showcased a remarkable transformation during the Bahrain preseason testing, shaking off the shadows of last year's underwhelming performance. The A525 emerged as a strong contender in the fiercely competitive midfield arena. Both Pierre Gasly and rookie Jack Doohan expressed satisfaction with the car's improved handling. Their long-run simulations were particularly impressive, trailing the leading teams by just 0.6 of a second and matching pace with Williams, even while carrying a heavier fuel load. This performance underscores Alpine's ambitions to clinch the best of the rest title, aiming for a solid 5th place behind the dominant top 4 teams. Gasly's experience shone through, consistently delivering faster lap times compared to Doohan. This disparity suggests that the rookie might face challenges, especially when pitted against Williams' more balanced and seasoned driver lineup. Nevertheless, the A525 performance has instilled confidence within the team, marking Alpine not as a mere participant, but as a formidable contender ready to make its mark. Enjoyed this analysis? Hit that like button, subscribe for more F1 insights, and ring the bell icon to stay updated with all the latest developments. Number 4, Mercedes, who navigated Bahrain preseason testing with composed and efficient W16. George Russell described the experience as seamless, a sentiment reflected in their performance. The team's long-run simulations matched Ferrari's pace, showcasing stability and reliability without any significant issues, a welcome change from previous year's challenges. The W16's balance was commendable, though minor front brake locking was observed. Russell topped the timesheets on the final day of testing, edging out Red Bull's Max Verstappen. However, it's worth noting that cooler temperatures in Bahrain may have favored the W16, which has previously struggled in hotter conditions. Overall, this preseason marks Mercedes' most optimistic start since the introduction of ground effect regulations in 2022. Solid, if not spectacular, but certainly promising. At number 3, we find Red Bull, whose RB21 made a notable impression during the Bahrain preseason testing. Max Verstappen described the car as decent, but acknowledged that there's still a bit of work to do, even experiencing a spin during testing to keep things lively. Team advisor Helmut Marko expressed satisfaction with the resolution of previous balance issues, while technical director Pierre Watch tempered expectations, stating, "I am not as happy as I could be because the car did not respond how we wanted at times, but it's going in the right direction, just maybe the magnitude of the direction was not as big as we expected." Liam Lawson's race simulations lagged 7/10 behind McLaren's pace. However, it's believed that Verstappen could have narrowed that gap. While the RB21 exhibits speed, it still requires refinement to reach its full potential. At number 2, we have Ferrari, whose Bahrain preseason testing was a tantalizing tango with brilliance that left fans yearning for more. Lewis Hamilton, the Scuderia's newly anointed knight in shining armor, and the ever-passionate Charles Leclerc took the SF25 for a spin, aiming to end the team's 17-year title drought. The SF25 showcased nimble handling, dancing gracefully near Mercedes' pace, until it stumbled. Persistent understeer, rebellious rear slides, and tire where woes nag at the team's aspirations. A botched final day, marred by a power outage that plunged the garages into darkness, further muddied the picture. Long runs lagged over 4/10 behind McLaren, with Hamilton aborting a race simulation after 12 laps. Straight-line sluggishness hinted at engine mode games, leaving fans and pundits alike scratching their heads. While there were no disasters, Ferrari's 17-year title drought won't end on this vibe alone. The performance was promising, but not dazzling. Finally, at number 1, McLaren emerged from the Bahrain preseason testing as the undeniable darlings of 2025, with their MCL39 proving to be a pace-setting beast that has rivals reaching for the antacids. Lando Norris delivered a masterclass during Thursday's long run, showcasing consistently rapid laps that left competitors in awe. Onboard footage from the stints might have sent rival teams scrambling for antacids. Although McLaren ranked 5th in raw lap times, their race pace topped the charts, shrugging off a twitchy rear that Norris candidly noted. "We've struggled a bit more with the rear than we would have liked." Team principal Andrea Stella spun this as a Bahrain-friendly quirk, attributing it to the unique conditions of the secure circuit, despite wind amplifying the issue on day 3. Interestingly, Red Bull's technical team took note of the MCL 39's bowl front suspension tweak. Wishbones and anti-dive dialed are risky, but it's evidently working in McLaren's favor. While McLaren has positioned itself as a favorite, they are not yet untouchable. The padded grapevine suggests they hold a 2 to 5 tenths advantage over their closest competitors, setting the stage for an exhilarating season opener. Enjoy this analysis? Hit that like button, subscribe for more F1 insights, and ring the bell icon to stay updated with all the latest developments. See you on the grid.